this OOPS principles now. What is mean by OOPS principle? There, how many types of OOPS principles are there? There are 7 types of OOPS principles are there. First one is class, object, polymorphism, inheritance, data abstraction, and data encapsulation and data hiding. These all are the 7 OOPS principles according to CMM 5 level companies. Please remember these OOPS principles are very important. Okay, now coming to class, what is mean by class? Class is a collection of variables. So class is not a collection of statements. Class is not a collection of objects. Just class is a collection of variables and method. This is very important, guys. Okay, class is a collection of variables and methods. Again, so put a heading. What is mean by variable? Variable is a container which contains some number varying or changing that number in according to cases. Then that is known as a variable. Before going to this general example, we must also remember 2 data types. So first data type is int type. Int data. Actually, this is also one of the interview question. How many types of data types are there? Okay, there are 8 data types are there. There are how many data types? 8 data type. There are 8 data types are there. Okay, there are 8 data types are there. Okay, please remember that 8 is very important. Okay, next after that, so here see int represents only this type of numbers, means int represents this numbers. So float represents some decimals, dot infinity. So float represents decimals only. Okay, now coming to variable. Variable is a container which contains some number varying or changing that number in according to cases. Here see int case number 1 int a is equals to 200. Case number 2 int a is equals to 400. Case number 3 int a is equals to 800. Means here value can be varying from one case to another case. So that's why here a is equals to 200 only. Okay. Now coming to methods. Class is a collection of, and again variables, some types are there: distance variables, static variables, local variables. I will cover those all things. Okay, slowly, just wait. Next, class is a collection of variables and methods now. So method contains some coding, guys, or method tells behavior. So method syntaxes are very important. What is mean by syntax? Syntax is nothing but a structure. If you want to speak with English grammar is compulsory now. Yes. Without English grammar, is it possible to learn English? No. Without grammar, is it possible to learn with English? No, it is not possible. Yes, it is 100% sure. It is not possible. So if you want to speak with Hindi grammar is required, right? Is it possible to without grammar you can speak with Hindi? No, it is not possible. It is not possible. Okay, but coming to in Java also, if you want to learn with Java, compulsory. If you want to learn with Java, compulsory Java syntaxes are must and should. Java syntaxes are must and should, mandatory. Java syntaxes are mandatory. This is a one of the syntax for the method. Okay, data type. Again, I will give some rules to do how to declare a method. These all things. So data type and method name. Data type or return type and method name. Here data type is there. Again, name is also there. Here return type. Return type. Please focus. Okay. So here method name is there. So left braces, right braces is there. Okay. This is a one method. Okay. This is a one method. Here data type is a void. Void is a boolean data type. Here method name is a sum. Here left braces, right braces is there now. So that's why this one is known as a one method. Method contains a totally coding. Okay. Method contains a coding. Okay. Class syntax is like this, guys. Class syntax is like this. Class syntax. Okay. So class name. Class name. So class is a collection of variables, and a class is a collection of class is a collection of methods. Okay, this is the syntax for the this is the syntax for the class. Now coming to here class. What is the class name? Okay, what is the class name? Test only. So this class name is a user defined name, guys. Actually, this class is a keyword. This class name is a user defined name. Please listen one more time. Please listen one more time, guys. If you have any doubt, please ask me again. No problem. Yeah. Here class name. These are the variables, guys. Into a is equals to 200, b is equals to 800. See, these are the variables. This is a method. Okay. Method. You can see method left braces, right braces is there now. Yes, this is a one method. Okay, method contains some coding. This is small coding. C is equals to a plus b. Now C value how much, guys? So C is equals to 1000 now. Now I want to print to the 1000. How to print? By using system.out.println. So actually in the C language printf method is there for printing purpose. And C++ if you want to print a cout command is there. If you want to print a in Java, if you want to print anything, system.out.println is also there. System is a predefined class. Out is a object resides in the system class. Println is a method. So whatever it may be is available in within the double quotes in the println method. The data is printing as it is. Here within the double quotes, which thing is there? Sum is equals to is there. That sum is equals to printing as it is. Okay. This is the syntax for the printing of any statement. Here plus is a concatenation symbol. Okay, C is equals to here 1000. Finally, sum is equals to 1000 only. Finally, sum is equals to predefined classes we can use. So at some time, so I suppose if I want to print anything, some cases, some scenarios, some if you have, I want to print, I want to capturing some data from the keyboard, so then we use the scanner. So where you, so if you according to uses, we can use the that predefined classes. Yeah. Now this is known as a one class. Class is a collection of these are the variables. Okay. This is one method. So print that method, okay, into where to here by using system.out.println only. Note number one is class is just like a plan. Class does not occupy memory space. When class occupied memory space, you must and should go for next to principle that is known as a object. Instance of a class is known as a object. So what is again we have some dot. What is mean by instance? Instance means when our object is created, automatically memory can be allocated to that class, then that is known as a instance. Okay, so how to create the syntax for the object? Like this only, class name object name is equals to new constructor. Okay, now here class name as a tester, object name as a t, new is a keyword. Okay, new is a keyword. Without new keyword it is not possible to do anything. Okay, with new keyword only we can create the object. Now here what is the class name? Tester. Here test we can write open the braces, close the braces is that this is one method. This is a one method. Okay, this method, this is one method. So this is a constructor. Why you can call this one as a constructor? Because of a class name. What is the class name? Tester. What is mean by this method name is also a tester. So that's why this one is known as a constructor. That's why this one is known as a, that's why this one is known as a constructor. This is a constructor. Okay, if you want to, I will explain already first program. So how to compile, how to execute also I already explained. So by using Java C class name dot Java, this is the compilation syntax. So this compilation syntax, whenever you can compile, whenever you can compile, whenever you can compile, whenever you can compile, so you can create one dot class file. Can create one dot class. So that Java C tool you generate the one dot class file. Okay, after execution Java space class name, so the dot class file will execute. Okay, so suppose here what is the example for here? Java C space, Java C space, what is the class name? Test.java, test.java. So here dot class file is created like this. What is the class name, guys? Test.class. Okay, like that. So now here execution is also like this, Java space. Okay, Java space, what is the class name? So dot class file name, what is that? Test only. Okay, like that only can compile the Java program. Next, coming to polymorphism. Poly means many, morphisms means forms. Definition how to construct one form to many forms is known as a polymorphism. One form to many forms. Okay, suppose 30 years person is there. This guy is in temple. At the time that person called as a devoter, and this guy same person is on in college. That person here called as a student. Same person is on theater. At the time that person called as a audience. Same person is on traveling. At the time that person called as a passenger. Same person is on playground. That person called as a player. Same person is on home. That person called as a son. So there, so like that only. So one form to many forms is known as a polymorphism only, one form to many forms. One form to many forms is known as a polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphisms are there. First one is compile time polymorphism. Second one is runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism best example is overloading. Runtime polymorphism best example for overriding. Okay, overloading means method name same and parameter lists are different. Then that is known as a overloading. Best example for overloading is like this: void sum into a comma into b. Here also, okay, void sum into here parameters are different. That number is different here. In above sum, how many parameters are there? Only two parameters. In below sum method, how many parameters are there? Three parameters are there. Okay, types of overloadings. Overloading with different number of parameters. Here in above sum method, two parameters are there. In below sum method, three parameters are there. 2 not is equals to 3. Overloading with the different number. Next, overloading with the different data types of parameters. So this is data type. Okay, here in above some method, how many data types are there? Two data. Int. Here int represents only numbers only. Int represents numbers only. Int represents numbers only. Please remember. Here also float coming down. Okay. In above some method integer is there. In below some method float is there. Next coming to third one, overloading with different order of parameters. Here order is different. Here int is there. Here float is there. In here float is there. Again int is there. This is the overloading with the different order of parameters. Okay. Already I already explained these all things. Now last class. Now see guys, overloading program also I already explained in last class. Okay. Now your type of overloading. So this is the example program for the overloading guys. So class overloading sum into a comma into b. Here print here this is a okay. Here see. So now here overloading. Yeah, this is the example program for the overloading. I already explained into void sum into a comma into b into c is equals to here a plus b into c is equals to a plus b. System dot out dot println print that to sum method. Here also into a comma into b comma into c. Here into d is equals to a plus b plus c. Print that to sum value sum is equals to plus c. Okay, this is the overloading example program. Okay, so how to execute this program guys? Java control is directly entered into public static void main. So Java control is entered into where? So Java control is directly entered into public static void main. Here checks where is the object. Here check where is the object. Here check where is the object. O is the object of overloading class. Okay, overloading class. Control jumps to overloading. Here overloading na LOA, some spelling mistake, LOADING. Here same thing na. So this is the object overloading. O is equals to new overloading. O is equals to new overloading O dot sum. Now you can save as overloading dot Java. Overloading dot Java. Save this. Okay, done. Now here overloading O is the object of overloading class. Control jumps to overloading class. Here call the two parameters. So sum method. Where is that? This is the two parameters. So sum method. Okay. Now again O is the object of overloading class. Control jumps to overloading class. Here call three parameters. So sum method. Where is this? Here only three parameters. So sum method. Okay. Now see, open your command prompt. Okay. Can open command prompt. Okay, how to execute this program guys? So first to go to D folder, change directory 1am. Now I am in 1am folder. Now you can compile Java C space overloading dot Java. You can compile. Yes, compilation is done. Yes, next execution Java space overloading. Okay, enter. So output is sum is equals to 600. Sum is equals to sum is equals to 600. Sum is equals to, so 1000 is the output for This is a program. Yeah, now go and copy this one on the chat box. Go and copy this one on the chat box. Yeah, yeah. Now this is known as a overloading program. Now overloading with a different number, na? Overloading with a different number. Now overloading with different data types I will explain. Overloading with different data types. So just give me 1 minute. Now you can go for overloading with different data types. How to do that? Overloading with different data types is like this, guys. Suppose you can write like this. Suppose so different data type. Now you can remove this from the A comma into B. Now you can write float to A comma float to B. You can write it down. Float to C is equals to A plus. Okay. Now here. So I want to pass the float value related method. Now how to pass? 80 point float. We can pass the float values. Okay, 34. Here 60.32. Okay, now save this. Now see how to execute this program, guys. Java control directly enter it into where public static void main. So that's why public static void main is a main method or driver method in the Java program. You already know that point. O is the object of overloading class. Control jumps to overloading class. Here call the two parameters sum method. Here into A 200. So into B 400. Okay, that's fine. Now again this is a float value na 60.32. Means this is one float value and float value related. Float represents the decimal na. Yeah, 80.34 is a having B having 80.34. Finally C is equals to we can print that float sum. Yeah, like that. So this is correct or not? Please expect the output. Hemant, is it correct or not? Please tell me. Hemant? Yeah, this is correct. So could you please let me know the output for this? This is correct or not? Please just this is correct. If in case you think it is a correct, yeah, please tell me. Let me as a so this is correct. It is correct or not? Please respond. It is correct or not?
In the previous,
yeah, just I am asking correct or not.
this one is correct.
Yeah, this one is correct now. Yeah, but this is a wrong. We are getting some issue. So see, there are no suitable method found for some double comma double. No suitable method found for some within the brackets double comma double. Okay, so what is this issue? If you want to overcome this issue, okay, here you can must and should put here small f or capital F in here. So because of so what is mean this by default Java you can pass any decimals. You can pass any decimals. Java it's took this one as a double, as small or capital. Actually, double is also represents a decimal, but double represents a big decimals. Double represents a big decimals. Okay, double represents a big decimals. By default, if in case you can pass any decimal, Java treated that one as a double. So that's why Java we are getting some issue. We are getting some no suitable method for some like that double comma double. I want to represent to, I want to tell to Java like this. Hey Java, don't took. So that number as a double. Could you please take it as a, that as a float? I want to tell to, I want to represent like that. So that's why we can represent small f or capital F in front of that variable, in front of that variable. So after that variable, so we can put so small f or capital F like this. So now we can resolve that issue. Now see Java C space overloading dot Java. Now Java space overloading. So now sum is equals to 600. Now sum is equals to 140.66. Now go and copy this one on the chat box for both. Everybody please copy this program. Next after this, uh, next after this next program overloading with a different order. So how to do that? See, overloading with different order. Int a comma float b, float b. Now here we can put this into put float to c is equals to a plus b. Float to a comma different order is different into b. Okay, float to c is equals to a plus b, sum is equals to plus c. Now here we can represent 40.34 f. Okay, now here float next again we can represent say 800. Okay, like this. Now see, please represent here. Also Java control is directly is entered into public static void main. So here O is the object of overloading class. Control jumps to overloading class. Call the int and float type of sum method like this. This method integer a is 200, b is equals to 40.34, and same like that here also O dot sum first float to next int 60.32 f and integer is 800 like this only. Okay, overloading with a different order. Okay, so now open your notepad. Now you can compile same program Java C space overloading dot Java, Java overloading. Now go and copy this one on the chat box. Go and copy. Everybody please go and copy this one on the chat box. Yeah, now after this next after this, next after this, next overriding program. What is mean by overriding? Method name same, the parameter list, parameter lists are also same. Then that one is known as a, then that concept is known as a overriding concept. Overriding. Okay, overriding. Then that concept is known as a overriding concept. Method name same and parameter lists are also same. So now best example is void sum. Here there is no parameters. Sum. Here also there is no parameters. Empty. Here empty parameters. Into a comma into b empty. Now here these are the parameters. Now into a comma into b are the parameters. Now here empty. There is no parameters here. Here also there is no parameters. Empty parameters. Here empty parameters. Here also empty parameter. There is no parameters in here. Means method name same now. Here also method name same now. Method name same. Parameter list here also empty. Here also empty. Here also there is no parameters. This concept is known as method name same. Parameter lists are also same. This concept is known as a overriding concept. Okay, how to write the example program for the overriding? Before going to that example program, I will introduce just inheritance concept. Inheritance. What is mean by inheritance? Actually, this is also one of the root principle. Now, after completion of this overriding, I will explain the inheritance concept directly. Inheritance. Okay. Next, here see, please observe. Inheritance means parent class properties. Parent class properties. Parent class properties can be inherited. Can be inherited to child class. to child class, then that is known as a, then that concept is known as a inheritance concept. Now types of inheritances are there. So many things are, I will explain later, just most probably tomorrow's class. I will explain that inheritance concept. No need to worry about regarding on that. Okay. Now inheritance types are there. Now up to today's class, please just what is, please observe what is meant by inheritance. Here, if you want to inheritance concept, compulsory we can use some concept like how to achieve the inheritance concept by using the extends keyword. By using the extends keyword, we are achieving the which concept? Inheritance concept. Now see guys, now see class child, class parent, class parent. We can observe, we can observe, we can observe. Please observe here. Please observe here. So please observe class parent. This parent class have some variables. Int a is equals to 200, b is equals to 200. Okay, c is equals to, sorry, b is equals to 400, c is equals to 800, d is equals to 1200, e is equals to 1400. These all are the variables now. These all are the variables. Now I want to implement inheritance concept. How to achieve class child extends parent, extends parent. So we are achieving this all variables is automatically is inheriting into where? Into child class. This is known as a inheritance concept. This is known as a inheritance concept. This all variables is automatically is inheriting from this parent class only. This parent class only. This is known as a inheritance concept. How many types of inheritances are there? 5 types are there. I will explain later. Means we can reusable. Why using the, what is the major advantage for the inheritance? So reusability is possible. Okay. So reusability is possible. Correct? Yes. Yeah, reusability is possible. Reusability possible. So we can achieve in the reusability. So this all variables is automatically inheriting into the child class. This is known as the inheritance concept. Okay. Now coming to our overriding program. It is very beautiful program. Be concentrate. Class, parent class. In this parent class have two methods. In this parent class have two methods. First one is void property method is there. In this parent class have two methods. First one is void property, public static void. So system.out.println print like this. Print. So 10 lakhs cash, 1 kg gold. Okay, 10 lakhs cash and how much? 1 kg gold. Now void marry method. In this marry method again have two methods. Again have, so write it down. System dot out.println system.out.println. Here want to mention name as a Subba Lakshmi. Okay, so this is two methods. This parent class contains two methods. First one is a property method and the next method is okay, next method is, next one is a, first one is a property method and next one is marry method. Now see guys, now I want to use class child in writing the inheritance concept. Extends parent automatically these two methods are is automatically is inheriting into child class now. But this child class is accepting the property method. But this child class won't accept this marry method. The child class is looking one more method. The child class is looking one more method. The child class is looking one more method. Method name is system.out.println. Method name is a Trisha. Okay. This child class is now this property method is automatically inheriting, and marry method not this Subbalakshmi marry method. This marry method is override to this Trisha marry method. This Subbalakshmi marry method is override to Trisha marry method. Now these two methods is known as a overridden methods. The entire concept is known as a overriding. Entire concept is known as a overriding. This entire concept is known as a overriding. Okay, now I can prove. If in case you can call this marry method, so you can display Trisha method only, not Subbalakshmi method. So now I want to take one main method, public static void main. So open string args. So now you can create a one child class object. Child C is equals to new child. Okay, now C dot marry method, C dot property you can call, C dot property method you can call, and C dot marry method also you can call, like this. Okay, like this only. Okay, now so now Java control directly is entered into where? Into public static void main. Here check where is the object. C is the object that is belongs to child class, control is to child class. Call the property method. Property method is automatically inheriting into child class, and the marry method is automatically inheriting. That Subbalakshmi marry method is override into Trisha marry method. Now you can see Trisha marry method only, not Subbalakshmi marry method. Okay, now see save this one child, save this one as a child.java, child.java, save this one. So now you can call this one is like this Java C space child.java. Now yes, you can compile Java C space child.java. You can now Java space child. Now Java space child. We can enter. We can display. So which one? 10 lakhs cash 1 kg gold. Not Subbalakshmi. Trisha only. That Subbalakshmi method is override into Trisha method only. Now you got it right. Yes. Now go and copy this one on the chat box. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today's class. Because of some other students is also not there. Okay. So tomorrow is also I will take at 5 a.m. IST only. So everybody please be available. Okay. And if you have any doubts, so again we can listen that record. Okay.